Hi friends, welcome to my channel. For those of you that are new here, my name is Caitlin and I like to do eyeshadow palette ranking and review videos. So if that's content that you are interested in, you should definitely hit that subscribe button. And for those of you that are not new here, my face is happy that you are seeing it again. And if you're not new here and you're not subscribed, then I don't know what else I could do to make you like me. But anyways, today I'm bringing you a video obviously, with the Viseart Petit Fours palettes in Lavande and Pistache. There were 4 quads that Viseart launched with this collection. I didn't buy the other 2. One was like a blue-brown palette, and I feel like I have my Melt blueprint, so I don't need another blue-brown quad. That's not going to add anything for me. And then the peach one, I was tempted, but I just bought another, I think it's the Solstice palette from Viseart, which is very peach, so I felt like I didn't need that one, although I wanted it. And then if I bought 3 out of the 4, I probably would have just bought 4 out of 4. But anyways, I restricted myself to the green and the purple. So everybody I've seen that has reviewed this so far has done a like one look on one eye, one look on the other, and I just feel like with the quads, like you're really only gonna get so much variety because I mean there's 4 shades and they're monochromatic quads, so I don't know that I'm gonna do anything different. So what I thought would be fun is I'm going to do a look using both palettes. I'll kind of talk you through my thoughts. I have swatched these palettes. This will be my first impression because this is my first time using them, but I love Viseart's formula, so I think these are gonna be similar to other palettes I've used from them. But anyways, if you're interested in seeing me create a look using these 2 Petit Fours palettes or quads from Viseart, then let's go ahead and get on into it. Okay, so I want to do a purple and green look. You may see glitter particles on my face. That's because I had Danessa Myricks Infinite Chrome Flakes on earlier, and I just like wiped my makeup off. I didn't actually like cleanse my face because I knew I was doing this video and I'm gonna just wash my face after this. So anyways, I think the purple goes deeper, so I feel like it makes most sense to do the purple on the outer corner. I think that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the green on the inner corner. And none of my brushes are clean. I actually really need to clean them before my trip. I'm leaving for my honeymoon in 2 days, I think. What is it? Today's Thursday? 3 days, because I'm leaving on Sunday. But anyways, so this is the shade, let me grab this box to tell you. The shade Pistache from the Pistache palette. And I'm just lightly, oh, that's a very, very pretty pastel-y green. Oh, and if you can't see, I'm wearing my Alien Slut t-shirt merch from Teresa is Dead. She is one of my favorite YouTubers. She's actually my husband's favorite. He loves when I watch her videos. He acts like he's not listening, but he laughs like when she makes the funny jokes, so I know he listens to her. And then one time he said her intro along with her, so I'm like, okay, you obviously pay attention to these if you're picking up on the intro. So anyways, oh, I cannot tell you guys enough, like in the right words, how much I love Viseart's formula. Like I really do. It's so, I don't even know how to describe it. The mattes are so soft, but not like crumbly soft where, I just don't know, they just are like butter. It's like spreading butter on your eye, but like not as gross and oily. Anyways, okay, so now I'm gonna take one of the purple shades. I'm gonna go in with a slightly fluffier brush. Oh, I didn't tell you what brush I just used. This was the first brush I used was an eye crease brush from Sonia Kashuk, but it's kind of on the skinnier side. So I like it when I'm trying to keep it, I want like a fluffiness to it so that it's blended out, but I don't want it, because it's in the inner corner, I don't want it like, I don't know. Anyways, I'll show you in a second. The other brush I'm going to use is a Morphe M441. As you can see it's like fatter. That's what I meant. Okay, so what I want to go in with is the shade, I think this is Dianthus. It's like the mid-tone, or it's a pastel purple, but it's mid-tone compared to the other two purples in the palette. This is pretty as well. I will say this shade and the shade Oris did not swatch well. I have swatches on my Instagram page. If you go to my story highlights, I have a... What's up?
Sorry, I forgot your phone.
I have swatches of the palettes on my stories. If you go to my Instagram story highlights, there's like I think what it's called, palettes or something. Anyways, it swatches of like every single eyeshadow palette I have, but you'll see those swatches towards the end, because I just swatched all of the Viseart palettes I picked up. I think I placed an order with, was it 4 Viseart palettes during their sale, because I am obsessed with these, and then I was going on my honeymoon and I'm like, oh my god, these are perfect for travel, so I should buy more. They're on sale. And then I'm gonna end up traveling with like 8 Viseart palettes, I feel like. Just kidding, I'm not gonna bring all of them because I love them too much, but yeah. I just love these. I just love their shadows so much. Okay, so I kind of like how that's looking, so we're gonna deepen this up a bit. So I'm gonna take, this is a Melt Beetlejuice brush. I don't know what shape it is, but it's like kind of a domed brush. And I'm gonna go in with the shade Lavande. Lavande? I don't know how to say that. And I'm just gonna tap that. This one swatched okay. It was just the 2 lighter purple mattes that didn't swatch very well, but obviously the one performed fine, so not super concerned. That I think is fun. I'm gonna take that Morphe brush we used before and just run that over to blend that together a little bit more. See, like, that was so easy. I barely did anything. And it's blended. Okay, and this wig is getting everywhere. I tried to clip it back. I hope you appreciate that I tried to match my clips to what I knew eyeshadow look it's gonna look like. I also should mention I'm using the Milk Makeup eyeshadow base. It's not my favorite eyeshadow base, but it does okay. It does okay when I use eyeshadows for the first time, or not the first time, like when I am initially applying eyeshadows. It doesn't work great for like longevity purposes, and I'm literally wiping this off after this is all over, so that's fine. I'm trying to decide how I want to do these shimmers. I think I'm gonna take the shade Liss, or yeah, like Liss from the Lavande palette, and I'm putting that in the first like half of my eye. And if you wanted to, you could make, like, these are pastel shades, so you could make these pop more on a white base, but to be honest, like, I used that Milk Makeup Hydro Grip base, which is translucent, and I feel like, to be fair, I have very pale skin. It's almost white on its own, but they showed up okay. So I just sprayed my brush. I used Fix Plus because that's the spray that I have right here. Going in with the shade Liss. I'm just putting that on this first part of my lid. This is a very shiny, shimmery shade, but it's very pretty. Oh, and what brush am I using? BH Cosmetics number 4, but it's just a flat shader brush. I don't know what collection, because every BH Cosmetics set is numbered like 1 through 10 or whatever. So I don't know why I say the numbers, because it doesn't actually mean anything. One thing to note is I am taking this slightly above my crease, like I would if I were cutting it, but I'm not actually cutting it. I'm just using the shadow to sort of pseudo cut it. But I'm doing that so that when my lids close, the like shimmer's just folding into itself versus onto my crease. So I'm trying to cut down on the transfer basically. But anyways, that shade's really pretty. I could probably just put that all over the lid, but I want to use one of these green shimmers. This one's more gold, like a golden green. I think I'm gonna go with the darker green. Okay, so I'm just using the other side of that same brush. spraying again with Fix Plus because that's what I like to do. And what shade is this? Menthe, I think. Yeah, menthe. You know, I was a little bit nervous about how this look was gonna look, but I kind of like it. All right. Like I'm feeling this. All right, so then going back in with the shade Bliss or whatever from the purple palette and just tapping a little bit over where that green shade, shimmer shade got put down, and then going back in with the shade Lavande. If you're a French person or someone who speaks French and you're just hearing me butcher this, no, you're not. Just kidding. And these shimmers just blend into these mattes so nicely, given that it's like a green and a purple matte. I'm gonna go in with Pistache a little bit because I feel like it got a little bit lost right here. So I'm just trying to build this up a little bit higher so that we still see that green. So I think this is lovely. I love how it turned out. I don't know if I want to do this. I was thinking about taking the shade Orris and putting it as a brow bone highlight, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. Should I not? I don't know. Let me see. I'm gonna take Orris on this as a large eyeshadow brush from Sonia Kashuk, and I'm just gonna rub it on the back of my hand and see how purpley that is. We'll try it. Maybe we'll just do it just a little bit. I don't know that it really highlighted anything, but we did it. So I've used almost every matte shade. I have not used the brown matte. I'm gonna do my base and then we'll come back for the lower lash line and we'll see if I decided I wanted to use the brown matte or not. Okay, so I haven't put blush or highlight on yet, but I wanted to kind of show you guys. This is the Palette Ombre pigment palette in orange and violet from Viseart. So Viseart recently launched a I'm turning my mic, so hopefully that helps with the audio, but Viseart recently launched these like blush duos and they were so beautiful. I wanted to buy them, but I couldn't decide on the shades because they had different options that were like purpley, different options that were orange, and I was like, I want all the purple and orange. And then I saw that they had like this blush palette and I was like, wow, I'm just gonna do this one because I couldn't decide on the other ones. So here I am with this blush palette, but I think this is so beautiful. And I've had people say like in other things that they feel like this plastic packaging for Viseart is cheap, and you know, it's a luxury brand. It's like a makeup artist brand, but it's on the pricey end. So, but I actually like this packaging. I feel like I like it. That's all I was gonna say. Okay, so I want to go in with one of these purple blushes, probably the lightest one because I am a fair-skinned lady. This is my favorite blush brush, but I think this one's dirty. It's good enough. Okay, so I'm taking that lightest purpley shade blush. Oh, that is so pretty. I've never tried Viseart's blushes before, so this is my first time using one of their blushes. Oh my god. I was thinking of this brush because it's shedding. I've had this brush. Ooh, how long have I had this brush? I've had this brush. I got it in California at the Sephora store in downtown Disney because my boyfriend and I, now husband, but my boyfriend and I went to, or he was my boyfriend at the time, we went to, was it for my 21st birthday? No, it was even before that. Because we went to California for my 21st birthday. But I feel like we went another time and I forgot a brush to apply blush with, and he bought me a brush at the Sephora in downtown Disney, and it was this like $30 brush from Sephora, and it was the nicest brush that I had at the time. And I've had it since then, but it is shedding bad, and it does not feel great. So I should probably get a replacement one. Okay, this is, I've maybe applied too much, but I'm evening this out, and then I'm gonna blend it out. But I just wanna make sure both sides are even before I blend it. Okay, I got a little carried away with the application, but I felt like it didn't apply like a lot at first. But honestly, I like to over blush and then blend out like that. I do that basically every day, so. Okay, yeah, she's cute. All right, let me just put on some highlight really quick. And I'm trying to move quickly because I put the Bite Beauty like change maker, like foundation, primer, powder. I put all that on because, you know, RIP Bite Beauty. I just wanted to pull it out again. I don't really use it, but I'm pretty sure it's expired because I've had it forever and I don't really use it. So anyways, I need to wash my face sooner rather than later. Okay, so part of me feels like I should use that brown matte to say that I've used every shade, because I'm gonna go in, I think, with that like gold green on the inner corner. Although that's not gonna be, it's I think gonna be darker, but anyways, I'm gonna skip the brown matte. A brown matte is a brown matte is a brown matte. I'm sure you all know what to expect of that. So I'm just gonna go in with Lavande on that same melt brush from earlier and just run that. I did put like a pastel purple, like a lavender, I guess I should say, in my waterline, gel liner in my waterline. I'm not taking that all the way in. I'm taking it like, I don't know, to right there. Is that a helpful instruction? It's like, I'm leaving like, what is that? Maybe like the inner fourth of my eye. Inner fifth. Okay, and then I'm going to take that same Morphe brush from earlier and the shade Dianthias to just blend that a little bit so that it matches the top. And then I need an inner corner brush. I'm going to take this ColourPop E10 and I'm going in with the shade Mate. It's that like golden green shade from the Pistache palette. Doesn't look terrible, but I don't love it either. I probably should have just gone in with the shade Liss or whatever, but I didn't. So now I'm taking Pistache on this same brush from earlier, and I'm just kind of putting it like, I just want like a little touch of green right here. Just a tiny hint of it. That is basically the eye look. I'm going to figure out lipstick, lip gloss. I'm gonna do mascara and then debate doing lashes, because I don't know, this is my second eye look of the day. I don't know how much I want to push myself, so I will be back in a second and we will chat about my overall thoughts on these little quads from Viseart. Okay, so here is my finished look using the Viseart Petit Fours palette. Petit Four? I don't know. Petit Fours palette quads in the shades or Lavande, and Pistache. Okay, anyways, here's the look. I did decide to skip the eyelashes just because, one, not everybody likes wearing fake eyelashes, so this is for you all. You can see what this look would look like without lashes. Obviously, false lashes tend to open up the eye more, but you know, it's up to you if you want to wear lashes or not, and right now I did not, so that's that. What are my thoughts? I absolutely adore these. I absolutely adore Viseart. I think their eyeshadow quality, it might be my favorite. I don't know. I have yet to, that's not true. There has been a look I've done with a Viseart palette that I didn't like, but I don't blame the Viseart palette. I blame me. But overall, I think their eyeshadow palette quality is really good. Like, Okay, take these shimmers for example. They're soft, but like they just look good on the lid. And maybe I'm just hyping myself up too much, but like they look pretty. They're easy to use. They're so tiny. So if you see, like, look at how small this palette. This is in the box because I like to keep the boxes, but like, look at how tiny that eyeshadow palette is. It's like, it's literally the size, smaller than the size of my palm of my hand. So they're so cute and tiny. But anyways, I really love Viseart's formula. I will give you some info on these. So in the their shadows tend to have like a 36-month open container, which most shadows have like 12, 24 months. So 36 months is longer than usual, which is awesome if you pay attention to that sort of thing. I don't. I don't remember. I feel like I've seen where their stuff is made. I want to say it's made in the US, but I'm not 100% sure. Oh yeah, made in USA. Okay. So this is made in the US. So yeah, that was that. I also liked the one shade I've used of this blush palette so far. I'm really curious about using these orange blushes. This also has a 36-month open jar life. This isn't a new product still, so I don't know if that's as exciting. But anyways, super happy with how this look turned out. Super happy with these palettes. I'm actually usually not a quad person, which is probably why I ended up combining the two palettes because I don't really love quads. But I think these are really cute and they're fun for either traveling or if you want to use a different palette and just pull in like a little purple, a little green. I will say if you like this purple palette, you don't need it if you have the Viseart Violette Étendue. I believe all 4 of these shades, not these exact shades, but very similar shades are in the Violette Étendue palette. But if you're curious about trying Viseart and you didn't want to commit to a full palette, these little guys are cute. So anyways, that's everything from me. Let me know in the comments down below if you are a Viseart stan, and if you are not, we're gonna have a conversation because I really think you should be. Unless you want like really bright pigmented shadows only, then I can see not being a Viseart stan, although I feel like these are pigmented, but they're a little bit on the subtle side. But anyways, yeah, I want to see if any of you are also Viseart stans in the comments down below. If you are, did you pick up any of the Petit Fours palettes? Did you not? If you didn't, why not? And if you did you get the peach one and do you like it? Those are my questions that I'd like to be answered down below. Thank you very much. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.